Well, XDefiant's getting shut down, as it was reported literally within the last few minutes that XDefiant will be shutting down in 2025. Executive producer Mark Rubin confirmed on X that it will be shutting down on June 3rd, 2025, and that you won't be able to download the game anymore in the coming weeks. Now, this shouldn't be a surprise to really anyone that's been following the XDefiant news, as it was once at one point in time called the Call of Duty Unaliver and has really struggled with its player count over the last year since its released. And I think that player count really struggling comes from a few different things. The fact that the game took too long to come out, they really did miss their window, and there was no content. I don't know what anyone would ever tell you. There was nothing here. Any of the content that was there was pretty much the stuff you'd see in the beta, and the fact that they made it through, I don't know, 1 or 2 seasons, and then had maybe a couple weapons that you had to unlock via challenges, was not really worth it. There was no reason to go back and play this game. So the shutdown seemed almost inevitable. Plus, like, Ubisoft kind of gets off on making sure their products aren't supported properly. Like, it felt like they did the bare minimum when they promoted this game. Like, they had all the tools to make this a really good asset for the company, and they fumbled it. I think that was more on Ubisoft than I think it was the developers. Now, if you currently have the game installed, then you should be able to still play it, at least for the time being. Season 3 will still roll out as planned, but there'll be no content pretty much after that. And based off the article I saw from Dexerto, it seems like they had a lot of different planned content coming out later on that would have probably made this game at least a bit more interesting, but again, they missed the window. They didn't release enough content right out the gate. Now, while the shutdown of XDefiant is a bad thing for the people involved, as they'll probably end up being layoffs, I think I saw an article that said that we're gonna end up being layoffs, but the other thing that really sucks is that there's no competition for Call of Duty. The one thing that was really nice with XDefiant was all the traction it gained. It actually got Activision to start seeing the popularity of this game on the rise and then make changes to their current game that people were having problems with. And when you leave a company like Activision unchecked and really without any sort of competition, they're just going to go back to doing whatever they wanted. The last 2 years of Call of Duty with Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 6 have honestly been some of the best years this franchise has given us over the last few years, where they pretty much stopped listening to the fan base. But these last 2 games, it seems like they've been actively trying to fix things that had been wrong with the franchise. Which one could argue that XDefiant was the sole cause of that, because of the fact that they kind of put some pressure on the developers and the publisher to make those changes. And the last thing I'll say with XDefiant, and it's a thing that I've noticed with the industry, and it's something that I wish they really did, was wait to announce this game. Like, I get you want to build hype, I get you want to get some pre-orders, which it's a free-to-play game, so they're not getting pre-orders. But the problem is, by releasing the beta as early as they did and announcing everything as early as they did, they didn't have enough time to actually pump out content or put content into the game, and then by that time, when it was too late, they released this game that people were just kind of like, I already did this, I've already played this game, there's nothing new here. And I'm willing to bet that, no, if they hadn't released anything, like any beta, any content, anything, that Call of Duty would still be doing the same Call of Duty things, and we'd be complaining about it every single year again until this released. The other thing that sucks, though, is the fact that this game landed under the publisher of Ubisoft. Ubisoft is obviously a company that a lot of people are starting to hate these days, and I think this game was doomed from the start anyway because it's Ubisoft, because they basically have the patience of like a toddler when it comes to their games actually becoming good. They want it done right then, right now. But I'd like to know what you have to say in the comment section below. I know this is a bit of a rant, but I'd like to know what you think of XDefiant. Are you sad it's going to be shut down? Are you surprised at all? What do you think? Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and thanks for watching, and well, bye!